So Wendy and I wanted to chat with you a little bit about a few ways to curb aggression that you generally don't hear other places. Because after, 50 years combined, we've seen a lot of aggressive children. We've intervened with a lot of aggressive children. And frankly, my view now, after, practicing for 20 years, is very different than it was in the beginning. Okay? In the beginning, I was taught, and most of us in America were focusing on containing and limiting the behavior, holding the child responsible, and sometimes using punishment or consequences. Now at this point, I totally believe in holding the child accountable and helping the child be responsible for their behavior. But my belief set now is that most of us who intervene, if our interventions are like a yellow brick road, just imagine like 20 different beautiful gold blocks, a yellow brick road. Most of us who intervene, be it in pediatrics, in neuropsychology, at home, at school, most of us are intervening way too far down the yellow brick road too early. Okay? And what that means is we're doing things like writing behavior plans, doing applied behavioral analysis, putting kids on medication, right away at first appointment, instead of stepping back and doing three things first. Number one, we've got to collect data regarding this specific whole child as this beautiful child is, okay? Just because we have behavior rating scales that suggest that the child might have ADHD or bipolar disorder or anxiety is not enough. We have to look first at the neurobiology of the child. How are those neurotransmitters in that child functioning? How is that child eating? Is that child taking in a lot of pesticides or foods that have no nutrient value? How is that child sleeping at night? And is that child fully hydrated and getting enough exercise? There are a lot of neurobiological reasons that kids get symptomatology that looks like it's psychiatric illness, but actually it's biological. Then we have to add to that the other illnesses. If you have varicella or flu or strep, a Lyme disease, those illnesses can all, one, create an autoimmune response in your body that then becomes a psychiatric illness and or mimic the symptoms of a psychiatric illness. So that really means starting with your pediatrician and starting with a good pediatrician who doesn't just chalk everything up to behavior requiring consequences right away. We need to collect the data in order to understand the biological state of this child before we intervene with regard to behavior plans. That's number one. Number two, we've got to make really thoughtful decisions about what treatments the child needs, in what time frame, to be administered by whom. If you bring a child to me and I love play therapy, maybe play therapy is not what it is that they need. Maybe they're needing nutritional consultation. Maybe they're needing some intervention regarding their allergies. Maybe their allergies are increasing behavioral disruption. So we've really got to make good decisions about what's going to help this kid and who's going to do it. And then we implement it. Then we do it and we measure it and we keep an eye on it and we look at the progress quarterly and we make thoughtful decisions about where that child goes next. So these beautiful families don't have to go to 20 different doctors, all who have 20 different opinions and never talk to one another.